Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rachakodash. The bonus be unto the apostles and elders at Great Millstone who rule well and taught us this 100% truth. Much peace and blessings be unto you, hopeful, like that to push out this word of thought, truth, and sincerity. To all you alchemists, say Shalom. I'm the Akira. I'm from the servants of Yahweh Yahushua. Come in with a quick walk and talk, if you will. Just have something on my mind, basically going how, hey man, we got it easy, if you will, hey, because, just an example would be how the apostles and elders, and the elders before them, and the ones that passed away, back in the day, a couple of decades ago, like a decade ago, they had it harder, all right, doing camp and whatnot, trying to upload these videos on YouTube, they had it harder back then, and the fact that this truth was more discreet, if you will, that you really had to, gather up all the information you can and study it, man. All right, and you would have to, I don't know how it was back then, but it was pretty hard to coordinate how to get the, basically this understanding. All right, and even, bring about this understanding of this truth. All right, and because with ethos technology, in these modern times, we got phones, we got computers, we got this technology that's able to actually push out this thing, man, of ours, and we're at the end. All right, this thing has actually progressed. Not we have it easy because we have the internet. That way, that means when you're at the camp, you don't have to pull out the book. Although some Akim, we rely on the book, all right, because we memorize tons of precepts, and we don't have other devices to pull out during camp. I can go through financial issues, but a phone is a lot of I can use it as a quick tool, to pull out a precept. They can't remember the exact scripture, so they go on the internet and just type in what they roughly paraphrase, and then they find the precept and they bring it out. All right, camp is easier that way. And also you just upload the videos and with the rate at how fast data loads into the internet is quick, man. You just go like without your Wi-Fi, just off unlimited data, it uploads quickly as well. Or go to show you how we have it easy, man. Not only that, but also I have to bring out the fact that Lord will those men, right? The middle of the Lord, the prophets, the servants of prophets, we have it easy in the sense that, we be the elect, which hopefully we are. All right, we call ourselves the hopeful elect because we hope to be, but we be of the elect, predestinated to that salvation. We just gotta continue to strive, man. Thank y'all about Shemel Shai. All right, a 2/3 doesn't have it like this, man. All right, now. We suffer as well as a 2/3 do. All right, but we have it easier in the sense that we actually, have a chance at being delivered. We have this understanding, this top understanding ain't given everybody, man. You look into the blue letter, and that one precept, and if I'm mistaken, it was First Corinthians, the 10th chapter, verse 4. Correct me if I'm wrong. Going in how Paul made the statement. We are fool for the anointing's sake, and you look into that with the Greek root word for that word fool. The Greek word is musterion, which basically means in the know of, really paraphrasing right here, in the know of hidden things, if you will. So we understand these hidden things not given to everybody else. It's only given to us. All right, that's a blessing, man. You talk to just some random ass Jake, and all they talk about is like basic information. The simple minded, they can't comprehend or grasp, neither attain such information like ourselves. So the what y'all will shy for that, man. And also I took up the fact that you get the word mysterious and mystery from the word mysterion. A lot of these English words, they derive, from the combination of certain, root words and such, derived from old languages such as, Greek and Latin. Which that's all classical antiquity right there. Classical antiquity being the period between the Greeks and the Romans, which they're all Edomites either way. But Yeah, that's where you get your word mystery from, mysterious, not knowing what basically something unclear is what's known as mysterious. So the what we have this top understanding, which the rest of the world, does not have. Also have to bring another point that we have it easy in the sense that all we gotta do is just teach, man. You can receive is practically like the Lord doing as a solid, although it's ultimately by His agenda, or it's ultimately His will. But if you will, it's kind of like a solid. Not to get too deep, but it's kind of like a solid. You teach, and Lord will, man, you get delivered. And if you ain't teaching, you ain't doing the will of the Lord, then you're through, man. All right, you're through. You're slothful, and that's actually going off right there, man. The scriptures, condemning slothful. And even there's certain metaphors in the Proverbs where it even brings that out, So you don't want to be a slacker, man. All right, even Peter made the notion that the Lord's not slackful, really paraphrasing right there, concerning His promise, as men count slackness, because men are slackers, man. A lot of these people out here, that have this truth. They understand these things. They're giving these top, things, but they ain't teaching. That's not right. You're supposed to teach. All I should just say, be ye not lukewarm, for I will spew you out. Even in Matthew the 12th chapter, verse 50, if I'm not mistaken, Yahweh Shai said, was speaking to Jake right there when his mother and brothers came over, check him out at the synagogue, and he ended up saying, "He that doeth the will of my Father is my mother, brother, and sister." And you see that will be basically, teaching, all right, abiding by the laws such as the commandments, continuing in them, to the best of our ability, although our righteousness be as filthy as rags. Also, studying. We're supposed to frequently study, and like the other apostle Gabar made the mention, when you're in this truth, one habit you attain is research. We're always researching, whether it be the Wikipedia, Britannica, various other sources we can trust, and even in books in general. Akim in the chat was just going in on recently how we're supposed to buy these books, like who is Esau Edom, the Zondervan Bible Dictionary, and various other sources you could actually rely on. All right, there's an anthology book I have, basically tells about the Old West, and they actually bring out some good information, although it's an anthology of stories. It actually brings out good information that's true. All right, the Los Lunas stone over there in New Mexico. All right, the Paleo Hebrew 10 Commandments stone, written by Jake. All right, proving that Northern Kingdom are the Israelites. Hey, so these books like that, we're supposed to, get into, buy and read and basically do our research, Also, that's an example of what doing the will is, researching, doing the will, watching these lessons, reading. All right, the Lord is pleased with that. He don't like no slackers. All right, he don't like no slackers. The scriptures even say how in Malachi, I forget what chapter it was, but if I'm mistaken, it was the first chapter, going into how the Lord was just pleased with just offering up the low level sacrifices, man. All right, that being like the low level goes with blemish, whatnot. And likewise, if you can receive it through the Spirit, we're a living sacrifice unto the Lord. All right, Romans the 12th chapter, if I'm mistaken, verse 1 through 12. Paul even made a statement that we have to be like living sacrifices to the Lord. Because it pleases Him. Look at Yahweh Shai. All right, the Lord was pleased to bruise Him. And that was in Isaiah 50 something, and basically how He was ordained to, offer Himself up so that when we redeemed through His blood, delivered, because ultimately Yahweh Shai is that great sacrifice, as well as that great high priest, So that's an example, right there. And even in Psalms, the 116th chapter, verse 15, it made the statement, if I'm mistaken, it was David that made the statement. Yeah, it kind of was David that made the statement. So like if I'm rambling, but made the statement that, the sight of the Lord is pleasing to see the death of His saints. Really paraphrasing right there. And who are His saints? We are His saints, because that word saint basically goes back to the word sanctified. which means holy, consecrated. And who are holy and consecrated? The elect are, starting off with the elect men, the 144,000 servants of the prophets. And you see a normalized Jake, man, they ain't shit. They're wicked, immoral. They continue on to the ways of this, taking heed to Esau's philosophies. They continue to pop their neighbors' wives, slanging dope and whatnot. That's off, man. That's wicked. The Lord is displeased with that. He ain't dealing with Jake. All right. And, an example would be how Northern Kingdom was kicked out of the land back in 730 BC. Around those times during the Neo-Assyrian Empire when we were being exiled out the land. Because if you can take into consideration, Southern Kingdom looked at Northern Kingdom like no people. All right, they were just gone. All right, they're through. So Jake is through right here, man. They're no people. They're really spiritually dead. All right, they're nothing but darkness and just wicked. So they ain't sanctified. They ain't no saints. Although the nation of Israel actually are the saints, but I'm telling you right now, starting off with the elect. All right, I just want to bring that point out. So we have it easy. With that being said, this video was edifying. Other one with this up, continue to push. And I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh. By Hashem and Wishai, by Hashem and Rachak Kodash. Double honors be unto the apostles and others at Great Millstone, who taught us this 100% truth. Much peace and blessings be unto you, hopeful. Who like that to push out this word of thought, truth, and sincerity to Ayuak and Messiah Shalom. All right.